My name is Melissa Hubbard. I am the Assistant Superintendent of Teaching and Learning here in Fort Bend ISD. Today, I'm going to be showing you a game called Operation Detectives, Multiply and Divide. And really, this game is something that you can do with your fourth grader at home that helps to reinforce some multiplication and division skills. These are very important skills that your students are going to need as they move through their math education. And so we just want to remind you that you can play this game at home to help reinforce those skills and build that kind of muscle memory so that our students can get better at multiplying and dividing, right? Okay, so we're going to play Operation Detective Multiply and Divide. Are you ready, Emma?
Yes.
Okay, here's what you're going to need at home. Pencil and paper. We're going to use a whiteboard today. That way the students can show their thinking and they can do their math on their paper or on their board. Okay. You can also have, well, you will have cards. We have multiplication cards, division cards, and also two-step cards. Because as we move into fourth grade, our math gets harder, right, Emma?
Yes.
It does, right? So what you're going to notice about these problems is that they're real world application problems, which is really important for our fourth graders. Lots of word problems, right? You see that in class? Yeah. So that's what you're going to see here. Now, you can also use tiles for modeling, things that would help your student count as they're multiplying and dividing, coins, counters, things of that nature. There's also a variation where you can use a dice and you can build the numbers yourself. But what we like about the cards is that they're real world problems. And that's what we want to reinforce in fourth grade. So we've created stacks with our cards, multiplication, division, and our two-step cards. Our goal is to be kind of a detective solving these math mysteries, okay? So we are going to select a card, and then Emma, you're gonna kind of work that card, that problem out on your board, okay? And our goal is to make sure that we are able to use a strategy to solve the problem, okay? You can decide whatever strategy you want to use to solve the problems, okay? Now, one of the things that I want you to know about this game is that when we divide, some of these cards are going to have a remainder, which means we're going to have a little bit of number left over that you're going to have to decide what to do with, okay? But you know how to do that because you're in fourth grade, right?
Yeah.
I might ask you some questions about rounding if you do get a remainder, okay? Like what should we do with it if we have a remainder left over? But what you're going to see on here in our cards are some real life examples. For example, if you are going to the store and you wanted to share candy with a friend, right? You might have 24 pieces of candy that you want to split between you and 5 of your friends, right? So those are some real world examples of division that we might see on some of our cards. Okay, are you ready to play?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to check your answer when you're done with the problem, okay? Now, we want to win our game, yeah? Okay, so here's how we score points. You're going to get 1 point for the correct answer, okay? And then another point for being able to explain to me your strategy and how you got the right answer, okay?
Okay.
And then the first person to 10 points wins our game. Sound good?
Yes.
Okay, let's get started. Okay, Emma, let's start with multiplication. Let's pick one of our multiplication cards. Okay, why don't you read it to us?
Okay. Multiplication card 1 step. A farmer has 7 bags of apples. Each bag has 6 apples. How many apples in all?
Okay, so go ahead. Decide your strategy.
I'm gonna draw a model.
You want to draw a model? Okay. Awesome. So you've got your 7 bags, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 6 apples in each bag, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many total apples do you have? Want to count? Yeah, go ahead.
42 apples.
42 apples. Perfect. Awesome. Let's write that down. So at home, you can also do this a couple different ways. There's some variations. With the cards, you can actually remove the word multiplication card and just have the problem written there. And instead of creating separate stacks, you would put all the cards together, and then the student would have to decide if it's multiplication or division before they get started with the problem. That might make it a little harder, right? Than telling the student that it's a multiplication problem. So that's a way that you can do that at home, but I would encourage you to ask your child what strategy they liked to use, what was their thinking process in deciding if it was multiplication, division, in these real world problems. So I hope you enjoy multiplication and division detective with your student. Thank you.